So I suppose the whole purpose of doing everything was, from a labour point of view, it's just myself and Brian and my wife Anne at calving, at feeding calves. We're the only labour units on the farm, and it has made it so easy. Like, we're finished every morning, finished milking now at 8 o'clock, and we've the day long for doing all our other jobs, which before we were just struggling to get around to doing them. But we are so laid back in doing it now, and the cows are so comfortable, and I think it has upped everyone's performance, cows and men. Why we done the tree was cow numbers have grown, and we'd outgrown our old parlour, calf house and calving facilities. So as well, I suppose we weren't fully compliant with effluent, so that wasn't going to last, and it was taking us 7 hours a day to milk, and something had to happen. So the decision was made to do the 3 buildings together and have the one doing of it. So we built the calf house we're calving just over 200 cows, and enough space for calves, and the calving area then we have 4 calving pens, and we have a lying area then for cows up to 25 or 30 cows can be put in. I think that's near calving, and the parlour then we can make 26 cows through the parlour at a time, and also onto the parlour we've done the drafting as well, which is working together, which has made everything so simple.
So your old parlour,
Yeah.
You were 7 hours in that a day.
Yeah, our old parlour was an 11 unit. It was built in 1971. It had well served its purpose. We were milking 200 cows through it, which took 7 hours a day, which didn't suit man or cow. In the finish up, the cows would be lying in the yard because they were so long waiting to be milked, and there was lost production with cows just spending so long in the yard and actually dropping milk because it just took so long to do it. And it was expensive to run it too because the parlour was running all day as well. So the new parlour now can milk the cows in 1 hour and 5 minutes.
Very good. And I saw you were doing the AI earlier. You were finding a new setup.
Yes.
An awful lot easier. You were saying you used to do it in the parlour.
Yes, we used to inseminate in the old parlour, which was all right at the time, but the new system now is we've done the crush and the drafting facilities in conjunction with the Alpha drafter. It was done with Donovan's and it was planned by Vincent Darnay, and has made such a difference. It's safe now to inseminate cows, and it's so easy to move the cows through it. The cows flow through it, and it's very easy to control the cows in different pens, and has made such a difference.
Who else was involved in the build, if you want to go through the people involved?
In the build, first of all, I suppose it was planned by Grasstech, and planning was done by Grasstech, and applied for planning permission, which was all done very efficiently. So when we got our planning, the next thing was to get a builder. So our builder was Anthony Flynn from Castlemaine, who I can't but praise. He was outstanding. His work was second to none, and very easy to work with. Tom O'Connor from Castleisland done the steelwork, done the sheds, and Delaval done the milking parlour, and Donovan's done all the steelwork as regards the calf pinning, calving shed, calving pens, and the drafting cubicle, or the drafting with the pinning and crush. So we're standing here now where the old parlour was. That was the boundary wall of it. The pit ran down along here. But Grasstech drew the plans of it, but it was Vincent Darnay done the plans of the calf house for Donovan's, Vincent has worked all his life with Donovan's. But I can't but compliment Vincent. Vincent walked in here and took a look at it. There was a bull's pin along off of the wall there, and the old parlour was still here. But Vincent has the vision to know what way things are going to be done, And Vincent had that planned out in 20 minutes and said, this goes here and that goes there. And this is the way it worked out. Everything works to perfection after him. Vincent thinks about cow flow, how it's going to work. So in this instance, the cows come down here out of the shade, and they walk towards the parlour yard. So they can walk in through this gate if they have to. If they're going out onto the paddock, they can walk through the parlour yard. This gate is opened, and they go that way. But this is the proper way to load the cows for milking. The cows walk on this way. So this gate is opened. Like so. So the cows into the parlour yard, and they're turned and they're facing straight for the parlour. They face the right way. So that's the planning you get with Vincent. Everything is thought of.